Hi Aquarius, welcome to Swedish Dharma Tarot. My name's Christina and it's been far too long since I last did a reading for you. I'm sorry about the shaking, Lavender. The table is very rickety. What can I do? Try to avoid it because they're there for the vibes and well, they're beautiful too. um, Thank you for coming back, or thank you for tuning in if it's your first time here. We're going to look at what's ahead, what Spirit wants you to know, what Spirit wants to tell you at the time that you find this video. It's undated, so whenever you find it, that's when it's relevant. Okay, so something's going to clear up. You're going to will be getting more clear on something, a situation or a person. Here's a longing back to something that's been, and here is family. So it could have to do with that, with your family. I'll keep shuffling for a little while longer. Is that you? A young Aquarian woman, perhaps. We'll see as the reading goes on. There's a lot of strength and a lot of spirituality heading your way. Okay, so now they're saying, stop shuffling. We will have no cards left. Yeah, I think they're right. But, yeah, a little bit more. And then cut it. So now they're ready to go. I'm going to give you one of these as well. Goddess Guidance Tarot. And hopefully that will tie in with the reading. And these cards need to pop, or this card needs to pop. I can't cut the deck or anything, just have to wait for it to come. But in the meantime, I can show you my bracelet. Oh, there it came. Excel, medicine woman. I wonder if you're a healer. Before I start to shuffle the yogic path, I will show you my bracelet because they're quite amazing. I don't know how well you can see it. I hope it's well enough. This bracelet is made by the Sava people. It's a handicraft made by them since several hundred years ago, where they have organically prepared leather from reindeer and a piece of reindeer horn as a button, and the pattern here, and they come in different patterns. This one's called the Torna River, and it's made from spun tin. It's not silver. Spun tin that they then use to make these really ornate designs. Beautiful. I have more. If you want one, get in contact. I think I talk about it and I still haven't worked out the price. but if it's not $100, but US dollars, but maybe around 60. I'm not sure. If you're interested, I'll count. So let's see what the yogic path wants you to know. Tantra. There's a lot of healing there as well, I believe. So let's see now. We'll get on with your reading. And for sure you're a healer. I see that straight away. The cards I work with, they're called the Goddess Tarot, made by Chris Waldher, an American artist. You're a very young woman, I see that. And we're not always born knowing what our capacity is in these spiritual or healing matters, it's often something we learn about ourselves as life goes on, and I think you're no different, dear Aquarius. And you must be young. You must be 27 or younger. I think you're 27 and you're about to go into your life cycle that starts at 28. This is the Fool in my cards. It's the Fool is symbolized by the goddess Tara, or the deity Tara. She's a Buddhist deity, and she symbolizes that. So I think you're 27, turning 28 next year. And here you are. Well, I'll show you like this. I think I showed you when you came up in the reverse there, you popped out, huh? And here's the healing you, or your soul if you want. And in that capacity that you are now, because I don't think you've understood it yourself, the Judgment card comes up. And the Judgment card, when it's upright, it's fantastic. It shows that you're right for the situation. You're perfectly right with your healing. The healing is good for others and it's also good for you, blah, blah. But it's coming in the reverse. So I think you're quite unaware still. And you might not find it that interesting, but I think you do, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching these kinds of videos. And I really want to encourage you to find out more about healing, more about the different ways that we can help our fellow human beings, and find something that interests you. That's because it has to be interesting, or it just isn't any good for anybody. But the way it is at the moment, this card is the Four of Cups, is for me a card of abuse often. It's also a card of dependency and codependency. So when it comes up here, in this situation for you, in this healing capacity that you have that's not coming into its own, it's a bit rough and hard, but it's an abuse of your capacity. I can't find a better way. There's more diplomatic ways of putting that on, I'm sure, but I can't find it at the moment. The important thing here is that it's important, extremely important even, for you to find out what it is. Where is your capacity in this spiritual world? And to use that. Because if you don't use it, well, it gets lost, not only for you, but for the rest of us who can't take advantage or can't get your help. So it's important. They say that you're a wise old soul. Yeah, you are. I also think that you're standing you're about to get married. That's what I see, which is great. And you feel it and you experience it, and it is a victory. I think you've had quite a difficult time in your home life, and I think that's what these cards that all popped out in the beginning, do you remember them? If they weren't lying there, I wouldn't. Well, I'll do this and I'll take them in order because there are so many. At first it was that things are going to become clear to you. You're going to see and you're going to understand things. And then this card came up, and it shows a certain longing back to something that's been before. Now, they're not more concrete than that. We have to read the cards as a whole. Here comes family. So I think it has to do with your family life, not the one you've created, the one you came from. And here you are, little Aquarius, Miss Aquarius, not really in her own right at all. But I'm going to have to need some clarity cards there. But look at your strength. Look at your spirituality. So maybe I think you come from a long line of healers. That's often the case. Sometimes it skips a generation. My mother, she doesn't want anything to do with these kinds of things, but she grew up with a mother who looked in the tarot cards, which is for me really amazing, but it's beautiful. But my grandmother was part of the bourgeoisie. That's not where she came from, but that's what she married into. And then she's doing this tarot thing. Yeah, I think it's very cool. So, and my mother didn't tell me until my grandmother died. A little bit hard to forgive. But anyway, you come from a long line of healers, of strong women who've known and understood what their mission was. And here's another card that confirms your capacity and that you're not aware of it and you're not working on it. And that's the Star in reverse. The Star, when it's upright, shows us a person who's fully in their own power and they are themselves fully and completely, and they don't what do you call it? They don't put up on fronts or anything like that for anybody. They know who they are, and you can take them or leave them. And at the same time, this is the card of Aquarius. So for you, my dear Miss Aquarius, this is extremely important. Somebody also said, you have to be the star of your own life. You're very young and you're still learning all about life and not least yourself. So Spirit has given me the wonderful privilege of letting you know of your capacity and to encourage you to embark on a really cool adventure looking at and for and with what your capacity is. And in that process, you will become the star. You will feel the judgment card, that you're very good at what you do and what you do is very good for you. You will go into your new life cycle and you will feel that you are an old soul and that you have very nice capacity. Yes, and you will reconnect with the women of your past, the women in your family, and you will go into your marriage happily and wonderfully. Well, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but marriage is a ritual in itself, a ritual of maturity, and quite wonderful. You will be very happy. If you have any questions at all about the reading, write me an email and I'll do my best to answer it. My God. So let's look at your yogic cards, your oracle cards, I'm sorry. So you have Ixchel or Ixchel, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. No doubt about it. And then we have Tantra in the yogic path. These are magic, these cards too. So I need to look it up. They come with a little text. They have a lot of healing power in them. That's for sure. So here we go. Tantra, balance of masculine and feminine. You're expanding into liberation. Tantra. Moving past the dualistic mind that judges everything as right or wrong. Remember you got judgment there in the beginning? You're heading to the greater truth that comes from integration. And it's quite uncanny that you're also getting married. There's a balance of masculine and feminine there already. The structured masculine and flowing feminine within you emerging, allowing you to move toward infinite consciousness. The mature masculine within you creates presence, focus, stillness, and determination. The mature feminine within you results in creativity, flow, movement, sensuality, and nurturing. Both genders require a balance of these two energies. Continue to invite in all aspects of yourself: your light, your shadows, your Shakti, your Shiva, your cognition, and your intuition. Thank you, Miss Aquarius. All the best of luck. I'm going to cut myself off now. Bye.